Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Samuel Akem, and I'm here to talk about L&M Fine Jewelry. The L stands for Landy, the M stands for Michael, and the and stands for their son, Carson, or as he jokingly says, it stands for him. But it's a family-owned jewelry company. It's your diamond destination. I know it's my diamond destination. I went there to get my fiance's engagement ring. They took great care of me. Their customer service is amazing. They're very attentive to what you need and what you're looking for. They know exactly how to get you that, and also their communication is top-notch. They take great pride in taking good care of their customers, and I can attest to that. They took great care of me and my fiance every time we went in there. Great smiles on all their faces. They do a great job. If you're in the Missoula area, or even if you're in the state of Montana, you need to drive over to Missoula, come to L&M Fine Jewelry, get that ring for that special person. It's your diamond destination. What's going on, everybody? Samuel Kim here, and I'm back with another one. Today we are going to be breaking down UW versus Michigan. It was a really good game. UW unfortunately lost the national championship to Michigan 33-13. It was a really good game. Michigan, I think, had like 300 plus rushing yards. I think JJ McCarthy only completed like 10 of his passes. Michael Penix Jr. did not have the best game. He was a little inaccurate. I think Michigan's defense had a lot to do with that. They brought a bunch of different looks to him up front, brought some pressure, and they were able to get him uncomfortable. Overall, in all, I think it was a good game. Congrats to Michigan on getting the national championship. Jim Harbaugh getting that first national championship after, being so close for the last few years. Finally got over that hump. We're going to be breaking it down. I have most of the plays in here, but we'll probably skip some of the less exciting plays and break down some of the big plays in this game and talk about the differences and what led to Michigan getting this dub. I appreciate you guys for tapping into the channel today. Please hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit the like, leave a comment for me. Thank you guys for patronizing this content. Thank you guys for keeping up with my channel. I thank you guys a lot. I appreciate it all. We are going to get straight to the breakdown. So let's get straight to it. So Michigan, this play is going to actually cut out, but Michigan ran a spacing concept here, switch release at the line. This receiver is going to run a widened hitch right here, or widened spot route, whatever you want to call it. This receiver is going to switch, come down here, run an OTB right over the ball. And then you got Blake Corum getting out late in the horizontal stretch, running that flare, running that swing route, whatever you want to call it. Looks like he got out a little late, but they still got the OTB over the ball right there. So good play for them. First down, second play of the game for Michigan. They're going to run it. You got your guard and tackle pulling around here. Tackle kicking out down here. Guard inserting in, sealing that off. Pretty good run there. And a good block on the outside by the tight end right here, or fullback right here. Good block on the outside by the fullback. Locking up with that cornerback. Good second play of the game for Michigan. Now you got a second down. Run right up the middle. And they're going to get a first down. Look at Michigan's O-line in here moving guys around. Just look at the push that they're getting up front. I guess this D tackle actually made a pretty decent play right here. Pretty good play right there. Just couldn't bring him down before he got the first down. Now we got a first down again for Michigan. 1st and 10. And they're going to play action. So this is an interesting concept. I've broke this down quite a bit this year. I thought this was interesting. I actually got a video coming out soon about what I believe this route concept is, because I've seen it quite a bit this season, and I think a lot of teams get to it a little differently. So here you have Washington, who's playing a cover 4 coverage. They're going to run a post by the tight end right here, who ends up being the number 2 receiver after this guy wheels around. But he's the number 1 receiver out here, singled up before the snap. And you're going to get him to run a post. You got this tight end out here running up the sidelines, what's on what seems to be a go route or a wheel route. But it seems like to me that he's really just trying to get this corner up out of there. Like, obviously he's running his route, and you want to try to get open. But also sometimes in route combinations, a lot of times you're working for other people. And I see this as the double post deep over concept that I've seen so much this year. A lot of teams get to it from different looks, but I actually like the way Michigan gets to it from this look. It's a tight look from pre-snap. They got everybody tight, started out in a pre-snap bunch tight formation, motion to a 2x2, or really a 2x1 with the tight end coming over on the motion. but they really get to the same looks that you get in that double post deep over concept. So a lot of times I broke this in, and I will be dropping that video soon, but a lot of times when people run this double post over concept, I know this isn't a post. I know this is more so a wheel route. He doesn't really get to the post, but you got the over, you got the inside post. It looks all the same. Also, you have the flat responsibility, somebody in the flats to hold that flat defender so that you have an open window to get that over. A lot of teams use their running back to get to this. I have seen a team I don't think I actually have seen a team use a tight end to get to this. I think every team that I've seen run this has used a receiver or a running back, but it's interesting that Michigan motioned their receiver, not motioned, but sent him at the snap down the line of scrimmage into a flat route to hold that flat responsibility so that McCarthy had the window behind it. I thought this was a really interesting way to get to this route concept. I've seen it a lot. Most times I don't see it. I don't know if I've seen this from a tight formation, tight pre-snap formation set this year, so I was intrigued to see it come from this look. But as you can see, quarters coverage, this tight end is trying to take this safety out of there, this tight end is trying to take this corner out of there, and you're trying to vacate this window right over here, 10 to 15 yards, really 10 for this concept, but a lot of times I've seen it 10 to 15 yards down the field in this open window, which he's wide open. McCarthy gets a little pressure, so the ball is a little behind. It's still a completion, and it was a wide open catch. Good job by Michigan. I really thought that looked really, really good. So now we got a first down for Michigan. They're going to run it. And man, I thought this guy was about to break this. It looked like he was about to break this. He shows pretty good patience at the line, waiting for these guys to get around. Looks like a power scheme play. Got this guard pulling around, inserting that run back in there. He finds the hole right behind that puller, really. And he gets about 13 yards on first down. Really good run. This first drive for Michigan was a really good drive for them. And obviously, people talk about it all the time. The first 10, 20. I recently heard, I can't remember who I was watching, but I heard somebody say some coach scripts the first 40 plays of the game, which I think, Steve Sarkisian of Texas, the head coach of Texas, they talked about on the broadcast during last week's game, I think it was the Rose Bowl, how Steve Sarkisian actually scripts the first 40 plays of the game. Most coaches I've played with did 10 to 20. I've never heard of 40. That's interesting. But yeah. What I was saying in saying that is, you know how this offensive flow looks really good. It looks like it's flowing really well. I believe that's partly because they have scripted a lot of these plays, easy situations to plan for. A lot of times the plays that aren't scripted come later in the game when there's different situations, fourth and long, third and long, or fourth and short, third and long, third and medium, different situations that you can get in 2 minute. That's when those plays become unscripted, and it's really on the play caller, whoever that play caller is, to get his teams in the right position to be successful. So kudos to Michigan for being able to put together a first drive that looked really good. So here you got what looks to be here you're going to motion to it from the outside. You start out that's another thing I noticed from this Michigan squad is pre-snap, they're in a lot of different formations, and I don't know if I put a lot of the pre-snap cut-ups in here of them motioning pre-snap just because it takes so much time and this cut-up would have been really long. They spend a lot of time pre-snap motioning around, moving tight ends. They play with two tight ends almost the whole game, or a good percentage of the game. I'd love to know the percentages of how often they are doing that two tight end set, but they do it a lot. They run with a lot of tight ends. They do a lot of heavy personnel, and that's probably why they ran for 300 plus rushing yards during this game. But they motion to this formation, and it looks like they're trying to get either over. This looks like an over to me by the tight end. It could be an in route, but he kind of looks like he's drifting a little bit upfield. Maybe that's just the way he's running it. But then you got this post on the front side, or would that be the front side or the back side? You got this post on the back side. Really, it looks like a take route to me. It doesn't really look like he's in the progression. I think if you get a matchup you like as a quarterback, you can look at that, but I don't think McCarthy's really looking at that. I think he was really looking for this over, which it looks like he has, but looks like that pressure kind of took him off of it initially, took him off of it for a second, and then he ends up taking the sack. But I think he had the over. I think he had Roman Wilson as well on this deep You can call it a dagger, a basic. It looks like he's drifting a little bit too, but I think this is more so supposed to be an in route from the outside, which is open as well, but McCarthy didn't seem like he had the time like that. In terms of the coverage, it looks like man, because as you can see, as Roman Wilson is motioning across, it looks like these safeties are trading responsibility. So he now has the one high, and he now has man coverage responsibility over here, is what it looks like to me. That's what it looks like to me. And then obviously you see this safety playing that one high, eyeing down the tight end, looking at that over route. So that's really how it works out, or how it looks like it works out to me. Sack for Michigan though, unfortunately. Now you got a 2nd and long for Michigan. This is the situation that you do not want to get in as an offense, but sometimes it's inevitable. And what do? They run it. And on 2nd and long, first touchdown of the game is going to be scored by Donovan Wilson. I mean, just look at this. Great run. Great run. Great run. Really good job. Let's look at how he got there. So it looks like this looks like an inside zone type play. And he tried to hit it up in here. I think he really wanted to hit it up in here. As you can see, they're getting decent push. I don't know if this center was able to move this D tackle too much, but it looks like he wanted to fit it up in there. But then, these 2 D tackles just closed that window. So, and your backer kind of gets a little too far down in here. He gets engaged with by this center. So he's out of the picture. Then you got your tackle who engages with this corner after the double team with the tight end. I don't know if he really was double teaming, but maybe he was just working up to this cornerback, helping the tight end for a second. Anyway, he gets up to the 2nd level on this cornerback, and Donovan Wilson tries to bounce this play out, seeing this window here. And when he does, it's a wide open window. I think another thing that helped him too is if you look at this picture right here, none of these guys, he probably can't see him, he probably can't see him, he probably can't see him, and he probably can't see him. I don't think this guy can see him at all. He definitely can't see him. So watch, he comes down thinking that, he's probably bottled up in here and he's just going to add in on the tackle. This guy's coming down, this guy's coming down, this guy's coming down. But by the time Donovan Wilson breaks it, really good job by this tackle out here on this corner. Look how he gets this guy turned around. Really good job on that block. And then by the time Donovan Wilson breaks it, there's nobody else who can really, or is it Donovan Edwards? I think it's Donovan Edwards. I'm tripping. Donovan Edwards. By the time Donovan Edwards breaks it out, he's gone. He's gone. Really good play by Michigan to start the game. Quick 7-0 lead for Michigan, and now Washington's going to get a chance to tie it up. They start the game off with Dylan Johnson, who actually was, I believe he was hurt during this game. I think he was pretty beat up, to be honest. A lot of people didn't think he would play. They saw him in street clothes before the game, but he still ended up gutting it out. I think that's because how many times do you get to play in a national championship game? Not many. So when you do get the opportunity to play in a national championship game, you're going to take that opportunity. Anyway, they're going to run this toss play. They're pulling their 2 guards around on this toss play with the tight end coming across on a pre-snap motion. Tight end gets the block on the corner. I mean, everybody's kind of in there trying to find work down here. But it's a decent run on first down to start their first offensive drive. Get them 6 on first down, make it a 2nd and 4. Now you got quarters. You got quarters from Michigan. They're only rushing 4, and you take the easy money on the quick out down here. So this is a stick concept. Not this one up here. This is spacing. This is honestly the same thing that they got to it a little differently, sending the guy out early. But this is just spacing, tight end on an OTB, the receiver on a widened hitch. This definitely, though, is stick. Stick right here, and the arrow on the outside. This is your horizontal stretch, and this is what you use if you have zone. So obviously it is zone, but he's covered up by this nickel back. So take the easy money at the flat, and McMillan gets good yardage on second down. Washington has started the drive off good. So now you see Michigan communicating on defense. Looks like they're in a cover 3. What is Washington going to do? So it looks like, man, this is pretty cool. We just broke down that double post concept that Michigan had ran. And honestly, you're working the same windows here, but you're getting to it differently. So you have this trips set right here. You have a running back too. You have a tight end attached. There he is. I was looking for the tight end. So the tight end is attached. So really you got, I mean, the running back's on this side too. So really you got 5 on a side, 3 receivers, a tight end, and the running back right here, tight end attached. The tight end though, one thing to notice about this formation is the tight end's covered up. So what does that tell you as a defense? He can't run a route. We don't have to cover him. And I saw this actually later on in this game, and we'll break it down then when we get to it. But I don't know if that's something defenses teach. I don't know if that's something where you just have to have a high football IQ. Also, you're worried about so many other things pre-snap as a defender that I mean, I don't know so much. I've never played defense, so I don't know how they coach it. But I don't know so much if that's something they're teaching their defenders to pay attention to. But me seeing this, he's definitely staying in protection, and we saw him stay in protection. But you get the double post on the front side by these 2 receivers. Double post, double post. That takes this coverage up out of here. That takes this one high safety out of here because he's got to respect that post. And that takes this corner out of here because he's also got to respect it. But then they send McMillan on what looks to be a corner. He gets kind of rerouted in here by this, or kind of grabbed by this backer, but it looks like he's got the corner really, like, I mean, if the ball gets thrown over the top here, it looks like he's got it. Penix, I think, I don't know why Penix didn't look at it. Obviously, I'm not in his locker room. I've never talked to his coaches, so I don't know why he didn't look at it. He's taking the easy money, which works for them. They get like 4 on first down, and it's a decent play, man. But I really think he had McMillan if he wanted to wait on it. Also, he's a left-handed quarterback, so you're rolling out to the correct side for him. I don't know why he didn't like this, but good for them. Now you got a 2nd and 6, 7, 2nd and 7. And you're going to get a run to number 8, I believe. Good run. Decent run. 2 yards. Now you got a 3rd down. Washington's first 3rd down. And they're going to run what looks to be option routes here with more routes on the outside. More route down here. This looks like an option. It looks like he has either the option to go out or in. He might only have the option to go in. But we may never know. And then you have this spot concept up top. You got the spot by the outside receiver, corner route by the inside tight end, and then the flat, the horizontal stretch here, which turns out to be the easy money, especially in man coverage, which this looks to be man coverage. In man coverage, the spot is not really going to work because, you know, you're just sitting right there static. And then the corner route is going to be tougher to get to, especially, you know, seeing all this trash. Penix sees this flat route open, take it now. And good for them. The guy ended up breaking a tackle and getting loose, almost, you know, getting more than enough for the first down. Now you got a 1st and 10 for Washington. And, oh, geez. Man. I guess they threw this pretty early. That's why this looks so open, because that's what I'm looking at. But you got this corner, you got this flat route here, and he just misses it. He just misses it. Tough break. Now you got a 2nd down. 2nd down for Washington. And it's a run. And they got a penalty. Now you got a 2nd down for Washington. And they're going to go this quick tunnel screen to Romo Doomsday. And he gets good yardage off of it. So who are they pulling out here to get to this screen? They got their left. No. Did they bring in? Is the center right here? This is the center. Okay. They got the center. I'm trying to see who's going out. So this guy's pulling around. Most likely to protect. I don't know if they had 2 options on this or if they're just trying to misdirect them. But then you got what looks to be your tackle, center, and your 2 tackles in your center. 2 tackles in your center getting out ahead of this to block for it. And it turns out to be a pretty good play for them. Pretty good play. Good job for Washington. Now you have a 1st down, cover 3 look from Michigan. 3rd, and a 3rd. Curl flat, 2 hooks inside. And you got an under here from Odunze. Looks to be a seam / post here. This looks like a deep high corner. And you got an out down here. Out's not really there. corner's not really there. This by the tight end is not really there. I guess you got this under by Odunze if you wanted to take it, but I guess he didn't like that. Guess he didn't like that at the time. And he missed the running back down here on what looks kind of like an angle route. Definitely an angle route, and he missed it. Now you got a second down for Washington. Jet sweep to the receiver, number 11, McMillan, I believe his last name is. And he's going to get good yardage on this second down, making it a very manageable 3rd and short. Great blocks. You don't got to get a lot, just get enough. Good block by Johnson. And really good block by the tight end right here too. Didn't hold him. And good block downfield by Polk as well, who actually just declared for the draft. That's a good block there. But good run on 3rd down. Good run on 2nd down to make it a 3rd down and manageable. And now the 3rd down run to Johnson. And he gets it easily. Good job. Nothing. 1st and goal. Now you got 2nd and goal. So this play was interesting to me because a lot of times when I've seen these orbit motions pre-snap, first off, they would start wide. When I've done it, we've started wider and our coaches will want us to run into it. I would love to know what the philosophy on jogging into this. I'm not saying it's a bad philosophy. I would just love to know like what the thinking is from the coaching staff, or if it wasn't supposed to work out like this, if it was supposed to be on the run. Like, I don't know. I feel like this gives the defense a healthy amount of time pre-snap when you see him coming into it like this slow motion. I feel like that gives the defense time to adjust to it, faster, which it looks like they did, because they didn't really get much off of this. They got 2 yards, I think, 2 yards off of this. I would just love to know the thinking behind that. So now you got 3rd down. I believe this is when they run this crossing concept. Yep, they're going to run crossers. So you got Polk on an out up here, what looks to be on the goal line, and then you got these crossers over here. Really good communication from Michigan. I'm pretty sure they talked about this on the broadcast, but this is really good communication. Watch this safety as soon as Odunze goes over. This is good coaching and most likely really good film study, because watch as Odunze goes over. This safety turns immediately to that other crosser looking for where he's going to be coming from. I mean, he's already pre-snap looking that direction. So he goes point. You got the point here. Really good communication. Look at the linebacker pointing, communicating. I mean, just everybody out here is just communicating, letting guys know they're passing this off right here. Pass it off. I got him. I honestly will say this. I think if Penix puts a better ball on this, I think Odunze can still make a catch here, because I really do like the move that he puts on at the top to cross face and create a little bit of, not really, I don't want to say separation, but give his quarterback a window to throw. I felt like he did a good job of that at the top of this route, but I thought this was beautiful by Michigan, them passing all these things off and communicating on defense. These are, concepts like this that can really get defenses confused, especially if they're in man or even if they're in zone. A lot of times guys try to communicate this and the other guy might not get the communication and might pass it up. One might pass it off, one might not pass it off. Guy ends up wide open, but really good defensive discipline right here by Michigan to be able to pass these off and play this play. Really good job by them. So Washington would take 3, making it a 7-3 game, and Michigan gets the ball back. Little run from Michigan, nothing serious. Now you got a 2nd down for Michigan. Looks to be 12 personnel, or we'll call it 21. Fullback, running back, tight end, 2, 1. The receivers aren't in the count, 21 personnel. Looks like you got max protect, play action, only 2 receivers in the route. And to me, it looks like you got a dagger on the outside, or a deep dig on the outside, and a deep over by the inside receiver. Deep over by Roman Wilson. Really good speed. This ball by JJ McCarthy was amazing. We don't have the end zone view of this, but the ball placement here and just the anticipation, this is beautiful. This is beautiful stuff right here. Really good route, really good speed and effort here on the route by Wilson, but really good ball by McCarthy. Especially, a lot of times when you do this, like go max protect into a route concept like this, a lot of times you run the risk of these two guys being covered, and then what does your quarterback do? I guess he's got Blake Corum late on the check down, who's also looks like it's going to be covered, but really good job here. I'm interested to know what the coverage here looks like. It looks like quarters to me, quarters. It looks like it looks like quarters to me on this side of the field, and I'm not sure what these guys are playing down here. They might have been playing quarters on this side too, corner here, but they have no responsibilities out here. Also, too, the guys stand for protection. They do the play action. This is exactly what you want on play action. Look at how all these guys are stepping down. All these guys are stepping down towards the line of scrimmage, creating that window for this throw. I know this safety tried to recover, but he couldn't. By the time he recovered, the ball was already over his head, and it's a big-time game for Michigan on their second drive of the game. So now you got 1st and 10 around midfield for Michigan. They're in empty and out of 11 personnel in empty, and looks like they're running a stick concept up here. Quick stick, tight turn on the stick because of this corner right here, and it's incomplete. Looks like cover 3 pre-snap here. I'm not sure what this corner is playing. He might just be, playing strictly on the running back because somebody's going to honor that running back. But the rest of the picture here looks like cover 3. Third, one high, third, and a third. But it's incomplete. Good route, good recognition there, not to, run away due to the fact that you have that DB out there, but they weren't able to complete it. Now they're going to go heavy personnel on 2nd down for Michigan, and they're going to run it. And Donovan Wilson is going to bust out and get another long touchdown. So on these, man, this is a really good run. This is a really good block here by this extra lineman that they brought on the field. Him getting that block might have been the difference in the touchdown, because that holds this linebacker up for a second, which is all you need in college football. All you need is a second. It's not a kill shot block. It's not a super effective block even at that, but he covers him up for a second, makes him pause for a second to be able to pursue the ball. And by the time he does pursue the ball, really good block out here. Really good block by Loveland out here. That's a great block. That is a great block. Really good job. He had a really good game. Good game in the receiving, good game in blocking. He makes plays. He showed up multiple times. But really good run by Donovan Edwards, I believe is his name, and touchdown for him. Making it a 14-3 game, Michigan. Now you got quarters again from Michigan on 1st down. Quarters again from Michigan on 1st down. And so you got these, what looks to be a corner stop. Not so sure what the technical route is called. I know we ran this in college as well. But the corner route with the stop in that window, which looked to be open, but Penix got a little pressure. They didn't bring pressure, but he got pressured in the pocket. He didn't really get pressured. He just, you feel that pressure, and he decided to get up out of there. Great scramble by him. Great slide. Good job. Good for them. Now we got a 2nd down, 2nd and 5. And it's a toss play. So it looks like they're trying to block everything down and leave some DBs out here for their linemen that are pulling. They're pulling their center and their guard. So center, guard, pulling. They're blocking everybody down. They brought this tight end down. He's blocking down on him. They brought this receiver down on a pop block. A pop block is when you go get the linebacker. A lot of times you have receivers blocking corners or safeties on a pop block. That's when you got to go hat for hat with that linebacker, which is what you have right here. Everybody blocking down. You got the pullers around. The pullers are essentially for this DB and this DB. Got one. We're not able to get the second one, and you got some pursuit coming from the inside from these D linemen in here. So pretty good play by Michigan and their defense on 2nd down. Now you got a 3rd and medium for Michigan. 3rd and medium. Looks like man coverage. You got everybody on the line of scrimmage, dropping 3 out, only bringing 3. This is interesting. This is something that Michigan did a little bit in the game as well. This is something that's been happening in the NFL that's been giving quarterbacks some problems, but simulated pressures, looking like you're bringing pressure. It looks like a 0 look on the outside, 3 receivers, 3 men. You got a running back, one safety, a corner, and a tight end right here. So it looks like 0 from the pre-snap picture. And on the back end, it really ends up being man. But on the front end, they drop guys out to play some hooks. 3 guys to be exact to play hooks. So, they ran this under by Polk right here, and essentially that would be your hot. If it really was blitz, that would be your hot right there. He's coming across the middle, he's open now, he's looking at the quarterback most likely on these unders, and that would really have to be the hot. They didn't bring anybody, they only brought 3, and they hit the under. But I mean, talk about a really good tackle by this DB. Really good tackle by this nickel. He had an interception, almost was a pick 6 towards the end of the game. But this is a great tackle, especially on 3rd and medium. Like, McMillan doesn't even have to do a lot to break this tackle and get this first down, but this is great. I mean, I always talk about the best defenses in college football tackle well, and you see it over and over. Michigan tackles well, SDSU tackles well. I'm not going to go down the line. There's great tackling teams everywhere. South Dakota State, that is, not San Diego State. No offense to any San Diego State fans out there. Anyway, get a run to Corum. It's a 14-3 ball game with probably towards the end of the first quarter. I can't see the time right now at the bottom, but I know it's 14-3. And Blake Corum's going to get up in there. Really good blocks here by by Michigan. You got this 3-4 look from Washington. Really 5 on the line of scrimmage, 2 backers, and the rest are defensive backs. But Michigan's going to get some good blocks in here. Double team right here. Initially a double team, working up to the second level. He gets on that backer on the second level. I mean, you just see these backers coming down because of the fact that Michigan runs the ball so well. I feel like that drew these Washington defenders to want to play so close to the line of scrimmage and come down and make plays. But sometimes that can get you got. I think it got them got right here. You have this double team right here with the tackle and the guard working up. You got your center working up to this backer. He's got him engaged. These two on one-on-one blocks, winning. This guy on another what turns into be a one-on-one block after the tackle helped out a little bit. You got a one-on-one right there. He's good. That opens up the hole. Guard working up to tackle working up to the second level. Got on the backer. Good. Got on this backer. Good. The receiver down here, which is what you love, getting on that corner, who came inside thinking that the play was going to play inside, not keeping contained. Good by the receiver. And now Blake Corum is off to the races. Tries to cut it back. I think he should have stayed up the sidelines, but this is really good hustle by Washington's defense. They care. This is a national championship. They're hustling to the ball. So good by that corner to make that tackle, but that is a huge gasher run at the end of the first quarter to put Michigan in prime position to score yet another touchdown. 14-3 ball game, 1st and 10 for Michigan in red zone territory. And looks like they're running power or counter. Looks like power, though. Pulling this guard around. Find him work. Kick out down there, but doesn't really amount to anything. Now you got a second down for Michigan. Looks like a 2nd and 7, just about. And you got this quick RPO down here, but they're running it on the inside. And they don't get much. Now you got a 3rd and short for Michigan. Washington looking to be playing in and out down here. The reason I say that is because you have 2 receivers, but then you have 3 DBs dedicated to the coverage responsibility over here. In and out, when I say in and out, so if you keep up with this channel and you hear me say in and out, what I say when I mean in and out is he's taking first inside, past this guy. He's taking first outside, vertical. He's taking first vertical outside. He's taking first vertical inside, and he's got anything short and flat. So short inside, he's got it. Short outside, he's got it. You see a lot of teams play coverage like this, and you got it at the top too. In and out at the top too. Inside, outside, short here. Vertical outside, I got it. Vertical inside, I got it. Just in and out, playing 2 over 3, and you see a lot of teams do this a lot of times. It's called bracketing, basically double teaming one guy because one guy ends up having 2-on-1. And yeah, They get a really good play here by this cornerback. Really good play by this DB. Break on the out route. Really good PBU. Great job by them. Michigan would take their 3 and make it a 14-point ball game, making it 17-3. Michigan with the lead. Now you got Washington with the ball towards the beginning of the second half, and they're gonna throw a quick out to Odunze at the top. So from my perspective, this looks like a stick route right here. I'm not sure so much. I mean, it's only like a yard down the field, but the stick route here and the quick out up here at the top, and then what looks to be a corner right here. Oh, it might be a quick out, but a lot of times when you run these quick outs, when you have somebody on the outside of you, you can't run too far away. You know, you can't run out of these breaks because you have somebody else on the outside of you. I'd be interested to know what the depth is. I'm sure it's deeper than 1 yard, but I don't know. I'm not in their offense. It might actually be 1 yard, so we don't know. Anyway, you got a first down here after that first play. Pre-snap motion, fake jet sweep, fake handoff, and they're looking for the deep curl. So 2 mirror deep curls on this. Not max protection, but you're keeping, how many you got in here? 6 in protection. You're keeping the tight end in protection. Running back doesn't look like he's checking. He's going to the flats over this side. You got somebody on the flats over this side. That's the thing about curl concepts. A lot of times when you run curl concepts, you have a flat response, like you have a horizontal stretch to stretch that window out. This is what this is for. Stretch that window out. This guy has to honor it. That window opens up right behind it. Same over here. Odunze stretch that window out, which he doesn't really do very much. But I think these routes are just so deep that all you got to do is layer the ball in there like Penix did. And it's a really good throwing catch by Hulk right here. Really good job. I mean, look at these snappy hands on this catch. Really good. Penix must have put a little zip on that pass. Really good completion right there on 1st and 10. Now you got a 1st and 10 again for Washington, and it's nothing. Now you got a 1st and 10 again for Washington. False start. Now you got a 1st and 15 for Washington, or 2nd and 15 for Washington. And out and ups. They try to hit the double move, but man, Penix gets pressure. So they try to hit the double move again here. Looks like it's going to be a cover 3 coverage here. Pre-snap, 3rd, 1 high, and a 3rd with, this guy might be playing man. No, he's a curl flat. So curl flat defender. And then you have, this would be something that would weird me out because it's like you have everybody on the line of scrimmage here. He's not really on the line of scrimmage. He ends up playing a curl flat too, but you got this guy playing a curl flat, and then you drop your guys out into 2 hooks, which you end up just bringing 4. But right here, the picture looks like you got zone on the back end. It looks like you're bringing pressure. Yeah, that's a lot of what Michigan had did this game, and I think it confused Michael Penix. But anyway, you show pressure. You don't end up bringing it. You got these double moves on the outside. It looks like if he wanted one of these seams, which is what you get in cover 3, the one thing that makes these seams not as open is because a lot of times when you run seams, you usually have another vertical stretch holding this corner so that he can't just cover the seams. As you see, this corner, he's just straight covering the seam, and you end up getting the double move behind him, even though Penix isn't looking that direction. But the thing that hurts the seams here is that the wheel routes come late. The double moves of the vertical part of the out and up comes late, so that he's not able to also hold this corner while holding, it allows the cornerback to only play 1 route because he's not being threatened by 2 different vertical stretches. Just my 2 cents on it. But they run the out and up. Penix gets pressure through the middle. His gosh, what a rush. What a rush here by this D tackle. Spin move. Out of there. Appreciate you. May I have this dance? Thank you. And he almost takes the sack. He still gets the ball off and honestly still puts it in a place where his receiver could catch it. I actually think they did the replay on the live copy, and it really just looked like it went through Polk's hands. It was a contested catch, tough catch. He was not able to come down with it, and that makes it 3rd and long. So 3rd and long for Washington. Really looks like close to a 3rd and 20. It almost is a 3rd and 20. It's a 3rd and 19. So they're really just trying to get what they can get and get up out of there. Looks like they're running guys, 10 yards down the field at the sticks. Usually when you got a 3rd and 10 or 12, you run these routes at the sticks. But obviously they're facing a 3rd and 20. So, you'll never get there if you tell these guys to run to the 20-yard line or 20 yards down the field and stop. So they just take what they can get, and they're actually going to go for it on 4th down. And they get open here. So I've seen a lot of people on this, a lot of people on social media and everything talk about what Romo Dunze was supposed to do on this, which I fully get. I fully understand. I don't know if he was supposed to run a corner here or if he was supposed to stay vertical like this. The way Michael Penix was talking to him, it looked like he was supposed to turn over his other shoulder and run the corner route. But, damn, he looks pretty open to me right here, man. I feel like if you give him the ball right there, that's a touchdown. But this ended up being a really big play in the game. They went for it on 4th down instead of deciding to play the field position game. Their defense ended up standing up and getting a stop, not giving up points here. But it's still just a significant play in the game because you decide to go for it on 4th down. You don't get it. You do miss a wide open receiver like that. Looks like it was going to be a touchdown, or maybe not even a touchdown, but a big play. Put you in position to get 3, maybe 6, but you end up getting nothing off just a miscommunication. Just tough. I'm not going to try to pretend to know what route concept this is. I see the quick out down here, but I'm not sure what he had there, so I'm not going to try to speculate. They missed it. They weren't able to connect on it, and it was a turnover on downs, unfortunately, for Washington. Nothing. 2nd down for Michigan. Play action. And no way. So this is the same exact. Wow. So this is an example of teams running the same exact concept, just using different looks to get to it. So this is the same exact concept that Washington ran. Washington ran it from, it's the same formation too. They just motioned to it. So Michigan motions to a 3-by-1 set. They got a tight end attached on the backside here. So 12 personnel, 3-by-1 set. I think when Washington had ran it, they had 3 receivers on the field, a tight end attached, and a running back. Instead, they have 2 tight ends, 2 receivers on the field. 1 tight end looks like he's staying in to pass protect. This tight end staying in the pass protect. This tight end's in the route concept. But if you remember, it was the same look. Play action. That play action goes out into the flats. That play action sends him off into the flats. You got the double. Well, this looks like more of an over, but it's the same concept. It's trying to control this safety and this coverage over here. You got the post on the outside, the post from the motion man out here, post, basic or dig, whatever you want to call it, over, deep over, and then you got the corner coming behind it, which is exactly what Washington did with their tight end. They ran the corner route behind it, which it looked a little open when I had saw. No, they didn't actually. No, because it was a trips personnel. So the tight end for Washington had actually stayed in, and their receiver had ran the corner. But it worked out the same way. It had worked out the same way when Washington did it. But nobody's really open here. I guess maybe if you want to, I wouldn't even try to throw that corner. Nothing's open here. So what did JJ McCarthy do? He tries to find, good by this tight end for working, getting back to the ball, coming back to the ball, giving his quarterback a place to throw. But a really good PB by Washington's DB. Really good PBU. Great play by him. Really good play. What was that play? Is that 2nd down? Now we got a 3rd down. And he goes for the one-on-one stop route, and it's not there. Really good coverage here. Really physical at the line of scrimmage by this corner. And JJ McCarthy airmails it a little bit. Tough break. Tough break. Let's see what they got at the top. Looks like a post. Post by the point man. Looks like an in route by Roman Wilson here. And a slant route on the outside. Or a spot. Looks like a spot. Spot route right here. He kept drifting. It looked like a spot. No can do for Michigan. So they would punt it away. And now you got a 1st down for Washington. curl out here. They got the check down for the running back. You got the tight end in for protection. So not max protect, leaving 6 in for protection. Your Michigan's only rushing 4, so you would feel like you should be protected, but dang, their guard gets ran through. Looks like he tripped over his guy. He did. He stepped on his own guy's foot. Dang, watch right here. Watch this guard right here. He's going to step on his own guy's foot. Wait, I'll go slow for you guys. Let me move this a little bit. He stepped on it. You see that? Stepped on it. And he went down. And it's going to cause Washington to give up a sack. Big time sack, too, because this is a Washington team who hasn't been able to get anything going offensively. And to take a sack on first down right when you get the ball back, when you're already backed up a little bit, that's tough. 2nd and long for Washington, and obviously Michigan's just playing coverage now. You got 3 double cloud here. So 3 double cloud is you're clouding both sides. Cloud right here. I mean, look at these guys over top of each other. Cloud here. Cloud here. He's in a third. 1 high, middle high, whatever you want to call it, and a third over here. So look at him getting out of there in that third, cloud, and he's most likely playing cloud 2, but he's getting out of there. Look. He comes back down once he potentially sees something in the flats that could draw his attention. But that's 3 double cloud right there with the 2 hooks in the middle. I personally think he had this route, but he's got pressure. So he's got pressure. Michigan only rushes 4, but this is what gave Michael Penix Jr. problem all day. I don't think Michigan brought a ton of pressure. They brought pressure at times, but he's not able to get any clean throwing lanes. Also, they're behind in the chains. So there's just been things that have been holding their drives back, drive after drive, and they just haven't been able to put together a good drive outside of that first drive they had. Little check down. Michigan is playing coverage once again. This time it looks more like a cover 3 look. You got the 1 high here, third here, curl flat there. I mean, everybody's getting out of there, but the umbrella look, you can still see it. Curl flat there, hook, deep hooks. I mean, these are some deep hook coverages, and then a third here. But cover 3, they check it down to the running back. You run a vertical here with an in route coming underneath it with a flat responsive or a flat horizontal stretch here, arrow. Looks like the M was potentially there, but that safety was probably going to drive on it. Anyway, you check it down to the running back, and he gets what he can. First down for Michigan. Back with the ball. And they run it down in there with Blake Corum. They are getting great push, and this is what you saw a lot in that second half, and you saw it a lot in the first half, that first quarter too. Just really good push. Watch this. Watch this. So your center is right here. So this is tight end, guard, tackle, tight end. Watch your tackle right here. Helping with that initial block, getting up to the second level, attaching with that linebacker. But then your guard is still putting in work on that D tackle, still moving them. And then he gets help from another lineman. And they're moving them together. And look at that. It's a run of 8 yards for Michigan. Really good. 2nd and short. They put in their running quarterback. I'm not sure what his name is or how much he's played this year, but looks like 11 personnel, 1 tight end, or you can call it 20 personnel if you're going to count him as a fullback. Anyway, 20 personnel, 11 personnel, and it's a really good run by Michigan. Really good run. So I don't know if he actually has the option. This most likely is a read, actually. Because this guy crashes, he's reading that. That's the read for sure. And I think that's Trice. I can't see. But he comes down, takes the running back. Looks like he thinks the running back has it until he finds out he doesn't. And the quarterback's off to the races. Really good block once again by this tight end, Loveland. He's showing up multiple times on this film. Really good job by him getting on that safety and blocking downfield to give his quarterback a lane. Really good job. First down here. Kick out. Insert. Nothing. 2nd down here. Run to Blake Corum. Nothing. Now you got a 3rd down for Michigan. And they will almost run it for the first down. It looks like he was getting good momentum, but he's not going to get anything. So Michigan's going to punt it away, I believe. No. They're going to go for it. Michigan's going for it on this 4th down here. And I'm trying to decipher the coverage here for a second. Pushing somebody out into the flats. Looks like they got quarters over here. Might be Cloud. Looks like Cloud. I mean, I'm not sure what this corner is playing. It looks like he's trying to get up out of there, but obviously he saw the ball thrown too. Either way, really good play by this DB right here. I think this is a backer actually. Really good play by this backer. First get up out of there and then make that play because, I mean, that's just a quick flat. This is a stick concept right here. Stick route by the tight end. He probably had the stick route if he puts it on him right there. Stick route up top, 2 mirrored stick routes on both sides. And the out, aka the horizontal stretch here by the outside receiver. And it's a good play by the DB, linebacker, by the Washington defender. Anyway, turnover on downs right there. And Washington gets the ball back. And they're going to run it on 1st down for like 6 yards. Pretty good right there. Really good block by this guard. Pretty good block here. You got your center working up to the 2nd level, get on that backer. This seems like a pretty light box. I mean, that's the motion. That's what you want with the motion. So Washington is motioning pre-snap here. Michigan defense adjusts with it. That gives them pretty good numbers in the box. You got 5 linemen, 5 guys on the line of scrimmage to block, and you got 5 guys in the box. If you don't count him after the snap, you got 5 guys in the box to block. And they get it blocked up pretty well. You got your receiver on the outside in here coming down on a crack block. And it works out pretty decently for Washington. Now you got a 2nd down, 2nd and 4. And they hit the quick stick route right here. Quick stick route. Easy completion. Easy completion for the 1st down. And then some. Now you got a 1st down for Washington once again. Looks to be 1 high. I mean, look at this guy getting up out of here. 1 high. Looks like man on the front side. Man on the front side, 1 high safety, and most likely man on the backside too. They just got to it late. But they run it, and it amounts to nothing. Now you got a 2nd down, 2nd and long for Washington. Pre-snap, bringing them out, and look at how they're getting to this tunnel screen. Send them out, and then come back behind the line of scrimmage. His linemen aren't even out there yet. That's the thing. This might have been a bigger play if he was able to get his linemen out in front of him, but you know, he's running out in front of mainly, I mean, most of his blocks are behind him. Still get the 1st down off of the play. Really good play from Washington. Interesting way to get to a screen. I think we've seen a lot of teams getting to, mainly Washington, but a lot of teams getting to screens in different variations of ways to get to those plays, but good job by Washington to get the 1st down on that play. Now you got a 1st down again. Oh, this was interesting. So watch this. Watch this whole pre-snap workout. Penix is gonna like clap, and then he's gonna look to the sidelines. But as he's looking to the sidelines, he claps again. I think he could have played it off a little better, but I think they were trying to use some deception here to catch them off guard. Everybody stands up, claps, but everybody's really ready. And then they send the tight end out. And it really looks like it works the way they wanted it to. These guys are looking off to the sidelines. Look at everybody. Nobody's ready. I mean, gosh, nobody on the defensive side is ready. All the defenders just get up out of there, and you send your tight end underneath real quick. And this is your only look. I mean, everybody really knows where this is supposed to go. Look at all the receivers looking. They're like, well, they want to see how it works out. Usually when you got something schemed up like this that teams have been practicing for a long time, everybody wants to see how it works out. And they got a 1st down off of it. Pretty good play, man, to get them down into red zone territory on a 1st down. Now you got a 1st down again. 11 personnel. They try to hit this flat route, but it is just not going. They send a blitz on the outside. Send these 2 guys on a blitz. Man coverage on the outside. And they are not able to hit the flat. This guy's covering that receiver over here. This guy's probably covering the tight end. This guy's covering the receiver. This backer is most likely on the running back, which he's following him. Looks like he's following him. isn't able to get all the way out there. Anyway, they try to slip this guy out into the flats. He looks like he slows down a little bit too. He kind of slows down, then the ball's out there, but I don't think it would have been a super successful play anyway. Now you got second down. 4x1 set. It looked like he PI'd him here, but I think when Odunze was trying to set him up, I think he misstepped and just kind of tripped over himself. If you notice right here, he kind of stutters his right foot right there and trips, and that causes him to stumble. Not a PI. I'm actually glad that the refs didn't call that, because watching the replay, that would have been kind of a bogus call if they would have called it. But it looks like Penix puts a pretty good ball there. Would have been good competition at the catch point if we would have gotten to that point, but we didn't. Third down and long for Washington. I feel like they've been in a ton of third and long situations. That is one thing that you notice when you're watching this game, that Washington gets in a lot of third and long situations that make things harder for them. Makes it harder for you to convert, makes it harder for you to get touchdowns, makes everything harder for you. So, yeah, that's tough. So you got what looks to be mesh, but it's not really mesh. You're running this receiver on an under, which is open. I mean, Odunze might score here if he gives him the ball. Obviously, Penix had his mind made up of what he wanted to throw, but man, you got to take the free money right here. Anyway, you got the under right here. You got the OTB right over the ball. Looks like you got a curl coming on the other side of things, and then you got this deep over, which he gets held on. McMillan gets held on this over while he's working across by number 0, their nickel corner, and the refs called it. I don't know at this point how many third downs Washington has converted. I don't think it's many, but this kind of saved them at this point in the game, really. This is right before halftime. I think there's like 2 or 3 minutes left before halftime, and they really needed a spark, something to get them, to be able to allow them to get some points. They run it, and they get a few yards. Nothing really. They try to run this, all this mixed direction. Toss, though, and man, this corner, this safety corner, whatever he is, I think he's a safety. This is a great play. Look how low he gets underneath that block and knocks the running back down. Really good play here. I mean, I don't know if coaches teach this. I'm sure they've worked something similar to this, but man, talk about showing up in the biggest moment, in the biggest game, just making plays. This is it right here. This is an amazing play. This is an absolutely amazing play. Really good job. Really good job. And I mean, you can't even really blame the lineman. He's like 6'4". He's trying to get low to get that block, and you know, all DBs aren't doing that. Let me tell you that right now. So linemen aren't used to DBs really trying to get low and be the low man. But when the DB does, you see how it works out. So that was second down. Now you got a third down. And they try to run Penix, which I thought was interesting because I don't know if I've seen Penix run too much this year. I watched quite a few Washington games, but I don't know if I saw Penix run too much this year. But for them to run him on this play, I thought was very interesting. Amounts to nothing. So now you got a fourth down. They're going for it on fourth down. They need points. They need a touchdown. They need to get closer into this game. You end up getting a holding, so they were going to get a fresh set of downs anyway. Up here by this corner, holding right there. They threw the flag. This ref threw the flag. I don't know why this ref didn't throw the flag. Anyway, watch this release by McMillan. Watch the little stair step at the top on this over. Let's watch it full through. Really good stair step right here to freeze this DB. And he's already got outside leverage, so you got the inside. This safety, I'm not sure what this safety is watching, but inside's wide open. McMillan takes it, and it's a touchdown. Really good ball from Penix, too, because you can see he wanted this whip route up at the top. He wanted it. He saw him get PI'd right before he threw it, and then he just works to his next progression. Most likely 1, 2, 3 to the outside. What did Polk run here? Just a quick spot route. Goodbye Penix, goodbye McMillan to make the catch, goodbye McMillan to get open, good job. So now you get a first down from Michigan with, I think it was a few seconds before halftime, but they're going to hit Loveland out here on this return route. Really good route from him and really good run after catch. I can see this guy playing in the NFL, man. Like, this guy's got a lot of talent. He's a good blocker, willing blocker, got to be as a tight end, and he runs good routes, and he's got good hands. I mean, he shows up on film all the time. Man, I think a lot of teams should be trying to go after this guy. Anyway, really good route by him. Really good completion by McCarthy. And way to get a lot of yardage towards midfield right before halftime, trying to put some points on the board. Rushing 4. Looks like quarters on the back end. And you run the quick out. I thought this was, man, obviously this isn't coaching, I don't think, because all coaches teach their guys in 2-minute situations to get out of bounds. I think this guy thought he could break this tackle and get a little more before he went out of bounds. I mean, he, outside of this corner, you look ahead of him and there's nothing but really green grass ahead of him. So he tried to juke, but he wasn't able to stop the clock, man. Like, you got to just get out of bounds right here. I think there was like 40 to 30 seconds left in the half right here, but you got to get out of bounds right there, man. You got to get out of bounds. Can't risk it. Cannot risk it. But you got 2 hitches, or a hitch on the front side with a seam right here, and then you got a basic by the tight end with a quick out down here, which they threw and completed, but they were not able to stop the clock. So I think Washington got up. Michigan, wait, what was this? First down? Yeah, so Michigan got up, spiked it, and now it's 3rd down. And, man, looks like they had the spot route right here. Probably didn't want it. Tampa 2. Not Tampa 2. Looks like Tampa 2. This is Tampa 2. Tampa 2 from Washington. The only reason you know that is because you got the 2 high safeties. They're a little cat corner, but safety, that's your 2 high. Cloud right here, middle high, linebacker. Look how fast he's running out of there. Shoot, if JJ McCarthy threw it, though, he's probably not running it down, though. But anyway, you got this this guy playing cloud right here. You got a fade on the outside down here. You're trying to hit that window, that honey hole, and McCarthy is not able to hit it on 3rd down. So you get a 4th down, or you get 3rd down there. Michigan punts it, and we begin the second half where Washington got the ball, and Michigan's still leading 17-10 to start the second half. So let's get into it. First play of second half, man. Penix is going to get a little pressure. Michigan's going to run this stunt down here. And that doesn't really cause the pressure. It's really this backside. I think his name is Graham. Man. Was this guy trying to block him, or was that not his responsibility? Gosh. Ferocious, but they get pressure on Penix. Graham just collapses the pocket himself. Number 94 helps as well, and number 2 gets the interception. They're playing what looks to be a cover 2 here. No Tampa, just straight, what looks to be just straight cover 2. Looks like they're playing, no. Cloud down here, so it's a combo coverage. What looks to be a combo coverage. Cloud down here. Cloud, a half field safety. Not really a half field safety here, but they're playing in out on these 2 guys. This is a tight end, so he's probably most likely manned. He is manned right there. Man eyes, you see the man eyes right there. He's playing man. In out by these 3 guys. First inside right here. First outside right here, and anything vertical, you have got it. In out, in out, in out all the way. In out all the way. And then you got the stick concept down here. Little stick route on the inside with a more fade on the outside. Penix pumped the stick because the corner hesitated to it. This is a really good play by number 2. Make him pump the stick route and then throw the fade and go make the play. Really good job. Really good job. Let's watch the whole play. Watch number 2 here. Hesitate to it, get back to the fade, interception. So first play of the second half from Michigan. Penix also got hurt, but Penix threw an interception, unfortunately. So now Michigan gets the ball back on the 30, around the 30-yard line. Nothing right there on first down. Now you got a second down. And it's a really big run. 1 tackle away from really being a touchdown run. Once again, those backers playing downhill, trying to get to the ball, unfortunately opens up gaps for them. This linebacker gets out of there. He's most likely on a blitz coming from distance, the way he comes down. But then you watch how these blocks work out. So guard right here, moving the D tackle, pinning him out, kicking this guy out, open up that window. That's the window you get for Corum. Now this corner is here, but he's on the outside looking in. So he can't so much get to Corum. That's a safety, actually. And then you got your safety coming down from distance after Corum already gets like 10 to 15 yards on the run. Really good job. Really good blocks up front. This is what you see from this Michigan team this whole game. Just domination up front, being able to move guys, being able to make running lanes for their guys. Just really good football. False start by Michigan. Going to back them up 5. They get another false start, I believe. No, they didn't. Anyway, they try to run into Corum. He gets nothing. I think they really got nothing off this drive. I think they false started here. No, they didn't. Anyway, let's see what this play is. 3 verts with an under. 3 verts with an under. The ball was batted down. Looks like he's throwing the under here to whoever this receiver is. Looks like he's throwing it to him. And man, this might have been I don't know if I'm going to say a touchdown, but it might have been, I mean, he would have got a good chunk of yardage. Look at all that green grass that's in front of him. All that green grass. I'm not so much sure what Washington coverage-wise is playing, because it looks like the corner is trying to pass this off. But who is he passing it off to? He's really just leaving him. And I don't know so much actually if he was throwing that under. I think he's actually throwing this seam. He looks like he's throwing one of these seams. He's not throwing this under. He might be throwing the under. I'm not sure. We don't have an end zone view, so we can't see so much what he's throwing. But it got batted down. So it is what it is. I think this is where they get the false start. I believe this is where it happens. No, I think I cut the false start out. Anyway, you see how far they are. They got a 3rd and 5, 10, 15, almost 20 yards. 3rd and almost 20 yards. Looks like 18 or 17. They throw this under to the tight end, and he gets really nothing. Looks like a dagger concept here. Over, across the safety's face. A seam route right here with a dagger behind it. He's got pressure in his face, though. So they only bring 4 here, but really good rush here by this end. Really good rush, really good use of his hands. And he gets pressure on McCarthy. And Washington gets off the field, only giving up 3 after the turnover to start the second half, and now it's 20-10. Michigan. Run play. Nothing. Now you got a 2nd down for Washington, 2nd and 6 maybe. They throw this quick bubble screen to Odunze. Got 2 blockers out front, tight end, locking up with that corner. And you get about 5-6 yards out of it. Maybe 7. Really good play, though. 1st down. Looks like cover 3. He's locking up on the backside. But it looks like a cover 3 look. And quick screen to the tight end. Timely call. Look at this D lineman thinking he's getting a sack. Nope. And the tight end turns it into something really good. Man, it's almost if Polk could have stayed on this block for a little longer. Good job by that corner to shed that block. Good by him. Really good by him. Good play. 1st down for Washington. And they called a late hit. So he picked the leg up, and then one of them pushed him. The ref did throw it. So that's another 15 yards added on the end of that. Michigan or Washington looks like they have a pretty good drive going for them. Play action, batted pass. But looks like they had the tight end here on this under. They just weren't able to get to it. Not able to get to it, unfortunately. You got what looks to be cover 2 on the back end, but just not able to get to it. 2nd down for Washington. Run play. Man, it looks like you had something. It looks, man. Oh, this is a really good play by this D tackle, because if you look here, right when he's handing the ball off, right there, this looks like if he cuts that way, man, he's got space behind it. But, you know, you got this guy on the outside who's just sitting here. You try to send your tight end out to the flats. That's like a check down or an RPO for you. If you don't like the run, you can flip it out there. If the box is not favorable, you also have the bubble up here. But they have numbers on the bubble up here. You're double teaming this guy, working up to another blocker. But they don't end up throwing it. Anyway, though, but you got this guy in here just blowing this play up. This is a really good play by him. I think this is Graham as well. Looks like he shows, I mean, the running back's not able to run in there when he really gets the ball. When he's handed the ball, this window isn't open yet. It doesn't open up until after he's already decided he's going out. So by the time that happens, that D tackle is able to swim in there. And also you got this linebacker on the outside as well. They both combine to make the play. Really good job. What is this, third down? I believe this is a third down. It is. And they're going to try to throw the, let's see if they did the deception again. No. They try to drop the tight end out, though. I don't think anybody else is really looking for the ball besides the tight end. Michigan recognizes it this time. So you got what looks to be another one of those simulated pressures. Everybody's on the line of scrimmage. Looks like you're overloading one side, looking to blitz. They still get somebody free off the edge because you don't, I mean, these guys aren't blocking anybody really. You just got 3 guys coming from the opposite side. And you drop that linebacker out. He ends up being right in the spot for where you wanted that tight end to end up making a good tackle on third down. Washington would kick the field goal, making it a 20-13 ball game. One high, looks like cover 3 here. Donovan Edwards, good run on first down. Second down and medium. And Donovan Edwards looked like he had a promising run going. Really good blocks in here. That's what we've seen this whole cut up. Good blocks by these guys and nothing from Michigan. Decent run from Michigan actually, but nothing significant. Good job by Washington. So now you got a third and short. Run it to Blake Corum, and it's a really good form tackle. Really good play by this linebacker. Watch this linebacker here. Watch this linebacker here. Watch him fill. Form tackle. That is perfect. That is how they want you to tackle, and this is how your coach wants you to fill the run. Looks like they're trying to run some outside zone scheme. Definitely some zone scheme. I don't know if it's outside or inside zone. Looks like outside zone, but great fill by that linebacker. Great fill. Great play, especially on third and short, making Michigan punt it and give it back to Washington. Still maintaining a 7-point lead for Michigan with about 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Quick spot route to this, or quick hitch route to this tight end off of the pre-snap motion. Slot fade here with an over on the back end. Take the easy money for 5 yards. Now you got a second down for Washington. Quick screen, and Polk is going to get some good yardage off of it. Really good play. Really good block getting out of here. This time, he was able to get behind his blocks. Got that, who's that, a tackle? Yep, that tackle was able to lock up with somebody. Lock up with that backer, or that might be a D tackle. Who's this? D tackle, locking up with that end guard working up, trying to put a hat on somebody, and then unfortunately we're unable to get to this safety, so he makes the tackle. Still a good gain of like 10 to 15 yards. Now you got a first down for Washington. Pre-snap motion, jet sweep, fake, and he falls. Man, he got cut out. Went too far back. He got cut down. Is that legal? Oh, he swam this guy. Swam him by. Oh, that's tough. So this tackle is going to swim this guy. Just kind of swipe this guy by. And that runs it right into the guy who was supposed to catch the screen. And man, if you look at, oh my gosh. If you look at the numbers they have, there's one blue jersey over here. Wow. Washington might have had a huge play right here if this guy didn't get chopped down. I mean, if he can find some way to avoid this tackle, you might have a touchdown here. Look at one blue hat pursuing. So let's say he catches the ball. This guy is pursuing the ball, but everybody else, if this guy gets that block, man, it is dangerous for Michigan. This might have been a game changer. But, I mean, this is some of what we've been seeing in this game. Washington not being able to be as clean offensively, not being able to move the ball as effectively as they had all season, and Michigan's defense was able to cause them some fits. So you got man coverage out here. Everybody's in man. They're not bringing any pressure. They're only rushing 4. And you got this slot fade out here. by Polk. So quick out up here, hitch down here, and looks like you got a fade on the inside, or a fade down here too. A little hold, not called most likely, but then this slot fade down here. He's playing it, the DB's kind of deep, so it's harder to get into this route. Also, it's harder to, you know, get over the top. He does end up getting over the top, but Penix misses a little long. Tough break for Washington right here. Tough break. So now you got a third down. Might be a second down. Third down, 3rd and 10. And I believe that was a false start. Yep. So once again, biting yourself in the foot. You got 3rd and 10. You're already in a 3rd and long. You got your guy tripped on that second down play or first down play, whichever one it was. That was a first down play. Your guy tripped. Then second down, you try to throw the slot fade. It's airmailed. Now 3rd down, you false start, making it a 3rd and 15. You're just not giving yourself a good chance to win the game, especially when you're playing against a team who can run the ball very well, control the clock. It's critical that you maintain drives, keep drives alive, and don't hurt yourself at the same time. It's something we just watched happen to Washington. Really good ball here from Penix. Really good catch here from Odunze, but he's out of bounds. All looked good, but he was out of bounds. I don't even know if he caught it, actually. I think he caught it. It's hard to see from this angle. Maybe he didn't catch it. Anyway, that was on 4th down. Did he roll the ball away? Nah, that's somebody's foot. Anyway, so now we got a 3rd down, and McCarthy right here on this drive. First down, I mean, for Michigan. First down. But McCarthy here is going to make probably the biggest play of the game for Michigan. Probably the biggest play of the game. Run on 1st down, don't get anything. Run on 2nd down, get minimal yardage. And then the 3rd down play, this is where it's big. Cover 3. Well, it looks like cloud over here. And it looks like some form of in and out down here, boxing it, whatever you want to call it. Might be Tampa. Might be Tampa, the way this backer's getting out. I think this is Tampa. This is a different look that I've ever seen from it, but you got your too high here. Too high, cloud. He looks like he's cloud, and then this backer obviously is getting out of here for this middle control. But in doing that, playing that Tampa, trying to get that backer out of there, that opens the window up for McCarthy easily. Tries to scramble around a little bit. He's got decent protection, but he's getting a little pressure. And he scrambles, and it's a big play. Missed tackle here. 2 guys coming down. Probably didn't want to, or I guess Loveland, once again, puts enough of a block on a guy to give his quarterback more space to continue to run. And it's a big time play. This was a big time play. 3rd and 8. If you're playing the field position battle, you're in a 3rd and 8. You're backed up. So you punt, you give Washington decent field position. This is just a really big play. Really big play. Coaches always say you want to get 2 first downs in coming out situations to give your team room to punt, but also to get, give your drive some momentum, give your offense some momentum. And that is exactly what McCarthy did right there. Great play. Then they run it with McCarthy again. I don't think anybody saw this coming. Basically got a lead blocker with the tight end. He's leaving that in, so this must be designed. They've been running that inside zone all day, running that inside zone. So you're going to fake the split zone, run your running back, bypass that end who you would originally block on the split zone, bypass him, and now you basically have a lead blocker for your quarterback keep. Quarterback keep, end around, whatever you want to call it. And then your receiver, once again, blocking good on the outside. Really good run. Once again, McCarthy showing up when the game needs him the most, showing up, making plays. Really good job by him. Toss play to Edwards. He gets about 3. Quick screen. Great play right here by this safety. Really good recognition. Watch him diagnose it. Really good recognition. Sees it, sees the quarterback, go make a play. Lost his helmet in the process, but that's a really good play. Really good play. Loss of downs. I mean, this is especially on a drive that Michigan had all the momentum. At this point in the game, Michigan had stolen all the momentum. They have a 7-point lead. They're driving a little bit. He just converted a 3rd and 8, backed up into his own end zone. Then he ran it for another 12 yards. The next play, this stymies that crowd a little bit. So now you got a 2nd and long for Michigan. They're going to run another screen, and they're going to get really good yardage out of it. decent yardage out of it. They get like 5 or 6 out of it, but pretty good play. This guy tried to shoot the gap. This corner tried to shoot the gap, and that's what can happen to you sometimes. You might shoot it and you miss. But once again, Loveland out in front, blocking, doing what he's been doing this whole game, giving his guys lanes to run, and it's a pretty good run on third down. So that was a third down. They ended up punting it away. Really good stop by Washington, and they give their offense the ball back. So you got this corner concept down here, 2 along the sidelines. You run the quick out by the tight end down here. Trying to see the coverage here from Michigan. Looks like cover 6 from Michigan. So quarters over here, quarter, half. Cover 6, which gives us the cover 6 look. Half field safety, cloud, corner, quarter, and a corner from these corners and safeties. And then 2 hooks and maybe a curl flat down here. But you get the curl, the corner curl right here, the over by Odunze, the quick out by your tight end on the bottom, and a corner, just a straight corner at the top. And Michael Penix misses it, man. I mean, you even can put this ball right on his chest. You don't even have to float it to that corner. He's open now. Yeah, this is a tough miss right here, especially because you get that cover 2. Like a lot of times, like this is the exact coverage you want to get this route in. You want to get it in a cover 2 coverage. You want it to be where there's a flat responsibility because you have somebody holding the flats. He's got to respect that unless he wants to take whatever's deep and give up whatever's short. You got to respect the flat. He takes it. The corner's playing over top. I mean, that's wide open. That's got to be completed. That's tough. That's tough for Washington. Now you got a second down for Washington. Looks like a slot fade from Odunze with a hitch on the outside. They ran this earlier. Not so sure. He gets rerouted right here, so I'm not so sure what they were trying to run up here. But definitely a stick route down here, out route down here, whatever you want to call it. And good move. I mean, I don't know if anybody saw this from him, but good move to stick your foot in the round and get a first down. Keep the drive moving. Now you got a second down. The fourth quarter has just begun. Pre-snap motion. And they throw the quick out. Stick concept once again. We saw this earlier. The stick concept with the spacing up top. Spacing. You got the OTB, widened hitch, horizontal stretch, stick on the inside, arrow on the outside. And I think the first one went to McMillan as well. But they don't get much out of that. That was on second down, I believe. Second down. Now we got a third down here. Bunch. And they run mesh. They're trying to get to mesh, but he's got his running back open in the flat, so he takes it as he should, and the running back drops it. Tough break for Washington. Tough break. Michigan would get the ball back with about 12 to 13 minutes left in the game now. And Washington's going to catch a break because this is a pretty good ball, pretty good concept right here. They just aren't able to connect with it. A rollout from McCarthy off the play fake. You got the over coming over. You got the corner here. You got the out here. You're trying to get guys in the vision of the quarterback. The over ends up getting right in his vision. McCarthy puts a good ball on there, but he must have got scared from this guy because he dropped it. Now you got a second down. Pre-snap motion, 11 personnel, and it's a run. Not much from Michigan. Now, what do we got? They try to run that return route again by the tight end. Didn't work as well this time. Trying to see the coverage here. Man coverage, it looks like down here, unless he's trying to pass that off. No, he's playing man. And then 2 over 1 here. Linebacker got him. Are they bringing pressure? I don't know if it looks like they're bringing pressure, bringing that backer. Oh no, he's covering the running back. Either way, McCarthy tries to scramble, and the end is going to make a great play right here. Watch the swipe at the leg, and he brings him down. Really good play on third down. First down for Washington. Got about 3 minutes left of this cut up. Man, so Washington's going to run these crossers across the middle. crossing underneath, over top. Polk is the over top, running away. The ball is a little behind, but I don't think I'm saying anything that's surprising. Polk needs to catch this, and I'm not saying that to bash him or anything, but this is a play you have to make, especially in the national championship, especially only being down by a touchdown. Like, you're right there. I mean, we got to have this. You got the post on the front side by Odunze, and it looks like you got a flat running back, putting the running back into the flats. But the over, good play by the DB to swipe it down. Good job by him, but we'd like to have that play be made. Odunze is going to get open here on the double move at the bottom. And I don't know if he was trying to fake a slant. I don't know if he was trying to fake an in, but it's a double move for sure. He gets over the top. Great ball by Penix, but they get a holding. They called holding right here. I didn't think it was a holding, personally. Watching it back, I don't think he really grabbed him with that left hand. I think more so he put that left hand there, then swiped him by. And obviously the refs saw the left hand, but I didn't think it was a hold. They threw the flag, and that play's going to come back. And this is essentially going to stall this drive for Washington. And this is what we've seen all this second half. Washington's got momentum. They stall. Another screen variation from Washington here. This time, they got McMillan in the backfield, getting behind those linemen. But really good play by, oh my gosh, look at this play by this nickel right here. Really good play. I mean, it's hard for linemen to block in space anyway. I've talked about that all year. It's hard for them to get blocks in space, but this is still a really good play. I mean, because if you look at the setup, I mean, it looks like he's got pretty good blocks. Block him. Nobody for him to block. Nobody for him to block. I'm running right behind both of them until one of these safeties show up or one of these DBs show up. It doesn't work out like that. This DB, this nickel, makes a great tackle and drops him for a gain of like 2 yards. 3rd and long, super long for Washington. Once again, Michigan's not bringing pressure. I don't know where this DB's going. I'm not sure what this is. Looks like we got Cloud down here. He might be the one high safety over here. This might be cover 6. This might be cover 6. The way he's trying to get to the half field safety. He's playing Cloud down here. He's most likely playing a curl flat hook type responsibility. And then this looks like quarters on this side. Quarter. That's why he's breaking on that end, because he's got that responsibility. And then this guy looks like he's in a curl flat hook in the middle. Angle route by the running back, or just an under route, whatever. Spot route by the running back. He gets good yardage, but he doesn't get enough. They punt it back to Michigan. And what is Michigan going to do? Great play. Another really big play in the game. Also, Loveland showing up once again. He had a really good game. I bet he had like 60 or 70 receiving yards. But they run the over by Loveland, and it's a really good ball under pressure by McCarthy. Play fake. Brings those linebackers down, which opens up that window behind. They only got to step back a little bit. Gives me, that window behind you. Really good catch. And I guess this guy thought he might get an interception because he jumped for the ball. This guy slowed down a little bit, and that leaves the window open for Loveland to take off. And this is like one of the biggest plays late in the game, middle of the fourth quarter. I think that said like 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Big play like that to, put a team down in the red zone or down towards the red zone in Washington territory. That's devastating for an offense. Rollout. Just hit Roman Wilson on the under. Fake toss, rollout. You got the over from your tight end here. An out route, which looks open at the top. That's a really good route up top here. Looks like he looked to the inside slightly, ran the out, and then the flat by Roman Wilson. First down. Really good job. Now you got a first down again. Really good run from Quorum for like 4 yards. Quorum again. Touchdown. Really good moves there. Really good moves there. Juke. I mean, it's got to be a tackle right here. Once again, good blocks up front. It's what we've seen all game. But dang, look at this guy blocking this guy all the way into the end zone. Blocking this safety all the way into the end zone. touchdown. This would effectively end the game for Michigan. So I had a little bit more on this cut up, but I'm just going to cut it out. They traded off possessions a couple more times before Penix ended up throwing an interception to Michigan, effectively ending the game. So that is going to do it for my Washington-Michigan championship breakdown for today. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. If this is something you guys enjoy, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys hit that like. Make sure you tell a friend. Tell somebody to check out my channel. Go ahead and send out that link. I thank you guys for tapping into my channel. I appreciate all of the support. I'll be having some more content coming for you guys, so stay tuned in. But thank you guys for tapping into my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.